Good morning. I'm talking to you this morning from my office on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. It's the morning after that terrible night that we experienced last night when we were trying to certify the votes from the Electoral College. Yesterday was a sad day. I've just never seen anything like it. I'm as heartbroken as you are. We experienced something yesterday that just goes beyond the pale. And if you think about the fact that every nation in the world looks at us as a beacon of hope, they hold up our democracy, and the people of the world want to be like us. They want to have the type of democracy that we have. And last night, it was disrupted. Last night, rioters, criminals, stormed the Capitol of the United States of America, your capital. They did it to try and stop the peaceful transition of power. They tried to disrupt the counting of the Electoral College votes. What makes it even sadder is the President of the United States set this up. For weeks, he's been talking about how the election was unfair, how victory was stolen from him. He's encouraged people, made them believe that this was somehow a corrupt system, and encouraged people to descend on Washington, D.C. yesterday, the date for counting the Electoral College votes. This is all fabricated by this president and his cronies. 60 courts across our great country tossed out his false claims that these things were happening. Many of the states in which he claims there was fraudulent election activity were Republican states with Republican office holders charged with overseeing and administering the electoral process. This is just unheard of in our great history. And what made it even worse, this president instigated this behavior. He went to the rally yesterday and told people to march with him on the Capitol, to storm the Capitol and to stop this process from happening. After he got them ginned up and they headed to the Capitol, he went home to the safety of the White House and let them do their dirty work. It was a terrible situation. People died, people were injured, and our democracy was attacked. Our republic was attacked. Our great country was attacked. And it was incited by the President of the United States of America. He's gone too far. He needs to be removed from office. Yesterday, I called on the Vice President to invoke the 25th Amendment. The 25th Amendment to our Constitution provides that if a president cannot discharge the duties of his office, the Vice President and cabinet members can take those duties away from him. And that's what needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. Now, some people say, well, there's only a few days left. Why not ride it out? Well, we were riding it out, and we saw what happened last night. There's never been anything like this in the history of our great country. So we can't afford to take the chance of riding it out any longer. We saw the damage that he could do in one day. Why would we let him stick around for another day? Not only should he be removed using the 25th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America, he should also be impeached again. And this time, the Senate should do their constitutional duty and convict him. This is a sad day for America. And my phone has been ringing off the hook nonstop, and I know that you feel the same way. But just know we'll get through this. Notwithstanding this bizarre behavior yesterday, your Congress, after the halls were cleared, went back onto the floor of the House, back onto the floor of the Senate. We performed our constitutional duty. We certified the votes from the Electoral College. And on the 20th of January, Joe Biden will be the next president of the United States of America. Kamala Harris will be the next vice president of the United States of America. And we'll get through these rough times. We'll get back to work. We'll get back to work with an administration that returns normalcy to the environment of politics and policymaking. And we'll address the important issues that are so important to not only our district, but to every district across our great country. So hang in there, we'll get through it, and we'll build back better.